Want to know about the most amazing art academy in the whole world? University of Utrecht? Notre Dame? Nope. Princeton? Harvard? What? What is Harvard? Harvard! I said Harvard! Oh, you mean Harvard. That's what I said, you fool! No, it's not Harvard. It's portraitartacademy.com. It's highly educational, entertaining, artistic, and very affordable. Perfect for learning how to draw portraits, more about art history, perspective, and much, much more. I'm going there right now. Me too. Au revoir. So, it's time for the girl's face. I see some openings here that still need some white. But other than that, that's enough. And I can also see that when I put it close to it, that the shape isn't exactly what I want it in the first place. So here's some hair still that just kind of go into the girl's face. Lovely when the hair of the horse blow in your face, right? So first of all, the shape. I would say that this is standing forward. It's facing forward a bit too much in my opinion. So this is going to be tricky because it's a very small face. It's very minuscule, and so I'm going to have to work with that. So very tiny details. We got this eye here, and we got this nose that's sticking out. And this is all very tricky, but the closer you put it to it, the easier it is to get it right. Also looking at it from a slight angle and the reflection of the light makes it a little bit more challenging. But here you can see that this is already good. Like, see, the nose is the right shape, and then the lips are basically the right shape. You need to extend the... So this chin was way too much forward. She doesn't have a strong chin like that. And that's good because that's usually a bit more masculine. So yeah, and here's the jaw, which we're going to try to line all that up. Even this, maybe the chin is a little smaller. But yeah, there's a lot of gray here. The only white I've already indicated is in this area. So from that area, I can lightly start moving into gray. And see, I'm barely touching the paper. It's not very dark yet. We're going to go from light to dark. And some of these hairs will be interesting to draw. I dropped my pencil. And yeah, it's hard to get them as thick. As thin as the original. That's another thing that's kind of hard. And this goes down too much. Like this is way wrong. And it's kind of hard to erase the white pencil. So this is actually where it stops. See that? Right there underneath it. So let's try to make that look better. This ear is underneath there. This is right there. And I know that this is not gray, so this is going to have to be fixed. I'll have to fix it with some black around it or some gray background. But yeah, there's room for mistakes, definitely, as long as you have ways to correct them. She has a very thin neck, and this angle is a bit more like this. See, this whole thing is just more this way, so it's a bit too far out there. So now we have this. We're just going to smudge it because it is very light. It doesn't need to reveal any lines because the lines aren't really there. It's very smooth from a distance. And let's look closely at where the nose and the eye, the proportions of it. I think the eye is right there. That's really important. And the eyebrow stands out too. It's kind of dark. this eyebrow as well. And so we can use a tiny bit of black in there, as long as it's really sharp. It needs to be really sharp. So here's that face. We're going to use a little bit of black at the bottom here. You can see a little bit of the eyelashes, but not a lot. Then this eyebrow is going to have some black here and here. Maybe the nostril a bit. Not a lot. There, a little bit of over here. And then the rest of it, yeah, it just has to do... See, that's already too much. Yeah, it's tricky when it's a small... And so sometimes you see these detailed portraits, and they're like, whoa, that's so many details. They're like, yeah, because it's like 6 feet high, 2 meters. Yeah, so there we go. A little bit of white on the nose. Try to draw the cheekbone here a bit. Yeah, this is all very tricky. The paper's kind of rough too, so it doesn't really lend itself for tiny details in small portraits and stuff. It's more of a maybe just one big face on it. So when you think of it that way, it's pretty impressive what I'm doing, huh? Yeah, okay, let's stop bragging. So here, we'll make it a bit darker. Also here, this whole neck area is a lot darker. I would say it's standing out, still it's standing out too much. Right there is where it should be. Here's it. And then here. And of course, this whole area is going to be black to create some contrast. But other than that, I don't want too much, don't want to add too much anymore. There's just not that much detail in it, and I don't want to try to force that in there. You know what I mean? This already looks really good. I'll smudge it a bit more. I also think that the jaw is still a little bit too low, so the neck should be a little bit more like that. And then here is the ear.